right, welcome everybody. I'm going to say the same thing I say during my classes. If you are able and willing, please turn on your cameras because I love to see faces and I love to make sure that I'm not just talking to names. It's always nice to see facial expressions even in this setting, so I appreciate it. Welcome everybody to the December 2023 Sigma Inductions, the new Psi Sigma Inductions. It's a huge accomplishment that you guys have done and have progressed into and have accomplished, and so we're all very proud of you. This induction we're going to start here in just a minute. We're going to run through some PowerPoints for you. We're going to have a wonderful guest speaker here, and your names will be read at the end for the official induction, and we'll have a few other things here to tell you guys towards the end and throughout this PowerPoint. All right, let's get started here. All right, before we get started on the PowerPoint, I do want to welcome all the leaders that are here from New Psi, from Sigma New Psi. I want to welcome Dr. Pamela Stanley, who is here. Thank you for joining, and you'll hear a little bit from her later as well. Our Vice President for Samuel Merritt University New Psi Chapter, Professor Grace Lopez, welcome and thank you, and you'll hear from her as well in a little bit. I'm going to move down to our treasurer, Dr. Haesuk Kim, our secretary, Dr. Rhonda Ramirez, and then all the counselors that you guys have probably had some contact with throughout your time, Dr. Nadine Pruitt, Professor Maria Ronquillo, myself, Dr. Janelle Colgis, and Professor Isadora Cafe. I want to also make sure we welcome all the nursing leaders from the College of Nursing and from Samuel Merritt Leadership that are here, and I'm actually going to take a look at the participant list to make sure I don't miss anybody here. We'll see who is here. Let me take a peek here. I already mentioned we have Dr. Pamela Stanley here, president of New Psi. Let me see here. All right, well, they may be joining just a little bit later, so we'll make sure to introduce them as they join in. You all are joining a wonderful organization in Sigma Nu Psi, and I want to make sure that you guys are aware of our mission and our vision, and hopefully this aligns with your own goals and aspirations as you move forward and become active in the organization. Our vision is connected, empowered nurse leaders transforming global healthcare, and our mission is to develop nurse leaders anywhere to improve healthcare everywhere. And so I hope that resonates with you. I know that in Samuel Merritt, we teach you to be leaders through the courses and through the community activities that we offer, and you guys have done throughout your time in SMU and will continue to do throughout your time in SMU if you are yet to graduate. And so we hope that you aspire to that as well, to become nurse leaders upon graduation. I want to make sure we also honor our donors. We have a fund, the Induction Subsidy Fund was created in 21-22, and these are our donors here, and I want to honor specifically our gold donors, but you can see all the other donors that are here, and we want to thank everybody very much for donating and giving students that have a difficult time with the induction fee, having those fees subsidized. Dr. Berman, Dr. Haidman, Dr. Simpson-Twan, and Dr. Stacy as the gold level donors. Thank you so much. All right, and I'm actually going to pass it on now to Dr. Pamela Stanley to go over our strategic goals and tell you a little bit more about Sigma Nu Psi.
So welcome everyone and congratulations on being elected into this prestigious organization. I'm going to share a little bit of information about Nu Psi as kind of an introduction. to the organization itself. The strategic goals that we have currently are to grow in value for members and all nurses worldwide who are pursuing excellence, to promote and celebrate nursing scholarship, leadership, and nursing service worldwide, build partnerships and collaborative endeavors to advance the mission of the society, and sustain and advance the resources of the society. Next slide. So currently there are over 135,000 members, 560 growing chapters, and there's already 100 countries involved. What's very interesting is this organization was founded in 1922 by 6 nurses in a school, I believe it was in Indiana, who came together and actually started the first chapter, and from there it has grown to over 100 countries currently. When you go to some of the national conferences that they have, I just went to one in Texas. It was very kind of emotional and humbling as you watched all the flags from around the world coming in, celebrating nursing. One of the things you'll discover as you begin your nursing career is we have more in common with people practicing around the world than differences. So it is a nice organization where you get to go to conferences with people around the world and hear what innovative things they're doing to improve care and patient outcomes across the world. Next slide. This just, again, is reiterating all the different, from students to leaders, from educators that come together, not just in the U.S., but across country lines in order to improve the outcomes of people everywhere. The values are actually in the initials of New Psi, which is to love, courage, and honor. These are the original founding members had discussed the fact that this is what grounds us in our nursing profession. And the next slide. The crest, you'll notice, actually has 6 stars on it. These are to honor the 6 nurses that came together in order to create this foundation that is still thriving over 100 years later. The lamp is that of knowledge. You'll notice there's an eye of wisdom and discernment, and then the scroll of learning. So the whole crest that you'll notice, which there's actually, you can even buy keys that symbolize what you're seeing on the crest of Sigma at large. And the next. The key is the satisfaction of professional life. Again, you'll see the 6 founders being identified in that, and it still has the lamp of learning and those letters, which again are around the love, courage, and honor. And the keys can actually be purchased on the websites, and you'll notice when you go to conferences, a number of people wearing those. The next slide. So what does Sigma membership really offer you? So when you join Sigma, there are a number of online educational opportunities. You're going to need to CEUs. These online activities are actually free and part of the membership. You can literally, within your 2 years, obtain all of those education hours you need to renew your license while sitting at home with no cost. You get a number of free journals. There's member publications. Also, when you join these groups, it provides you networking opportunity to leaders throughout not just California, but throughout the country. So it can actually help shape your path. It can lead you to different career opportunities. There's also a what we call the circle, where conversations occur, questions are thrown out. It provides you another networking activity. The going to the actual conferences, which there's several throughout the year, I find every time I go to one of these events, I come away with new contacts and new connections and possible different opportunities to expand my knowledge. I did not do that. Next slide. All right. There's also opportunities as you're advancing and doing your master's degree and doctoral degrees to get grants and funding to help support that. There's educational and research conferences, online nursing. We talked just about that. There's a Sigma repository that keeps all kinds of information and whatnot you can tap into, career development, and there's leadership programs as well, which are part of the benefits of this organization. And it does look good on your resume. So don't forget to put that on there when you're applying for jobs. And I think, is that it? I think that is the last slide. And then, of course, publications. These are the publications that we produce. The other thing is you have an opportunity as you advance in your own career and you do great projects. You can actually submit to these conferences to do both poster as well as podium presentation. So there's an opportunity for you to also produce the work that you've participated in. And the next slide. And I think this is where Professor Cox is going to take over from me. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dr. Stanley. It is my absolute honor and pleasure to introduce, as Dr. Stanley mentioned, Professor Grace Cox. And she's going to be giving you a little bit of speech and taste about what it takes to be bold and what it takes to be brave. And Professor Cox, I'm going to unshare so you can share your slides.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, first, I know I'm going to be like the 10th person that's congratulating you and coming to an honored society. You can join any organization, but here you're invited. You're invited because you have made the effort to be excellent. You have made the effort to commit to the idea of what it is to be fully engaged as a student. So that is in itself a wonderful accomplishment. Being invited to Sigma is another wonderful accomplishment. So this induction is to celebrate you. So let's see what I can come up with in terms of celebrating you. All right, so you should be able to see my screen. I am going to remove the floating meeting controls because they get in the way of me seating. You don't see the controls, but I do. All right, let's go to the presentation mode. So I'm going to be talking about be bold, be brave. And you're going to find tons of definitions of what it means to be bold and what it means to be brave. But I'm narrowing that down to you. A brand new graduate or a graduate of a nursing school, and what it is that you're going to be doing immediately after graduation, and what it is that Sigma is expecting of you. So look at this PowerPoint. It says, be bold, be brave, be you. But look around and you see all those stars, pink star, yellow stars, beige, green. All of the stars that are around you are the ones that have shaped you. You didn't just wake up at the end of the semester and became you. You have been shaping yourself since you were a child. But now you're entering a new era in your life, starting a new journey. And we're going to be looking at all the things that have influenced you. But also look at this PowerPoint and see those little pink marks, those lines. Those are the stressors. Those are the barriers. Those are the things that keep you from feeling genuine, feeling like you are the nurse that's ready to take on a new role. So let's talk about that. You say, how can I be bold when there are so many questions? Which, hospital do I go to? When does it start? Why are there so many policies? Who is the person I talk to? Where do I go? How? So all these questions are going to be there with you. And they should be, because you're a leader. You're going to know to ask these questions, and you're going to want to know answers. And let's talk about that a little bit. Remember, you're new. The first step is to recognize that you're new. However, a lack of experience doesn't mean you have a lack of knowledge. And always keep that in the back of your mind. When you have those doubts, where, what do I do? Remember that you are the top of your class, that you have this knowledge that you're going to use. You just need to know how to use it and where and that sort of thing. But do not forget that you're new, and that is something that the nursing profession recognizes that is needed to take someone who is new and put them in residency programs, internships. All of our practice partners have made great efforts to make your transition a little bit easier. Is it going to be easy? Well, no, because you're entering a whole new culture. But it doesn't mean that you don't have knowledge. And that is your big card to play at anything. So let's take another look. Right smack in the center of knowledge, skills, and attitude is Samuel Merritt University College of Nursing. We have given you the foundation. You have already told us through your excellence that you are one of the small groups of people that are going to excel in being able to acquire knowledge. So when you're in your new practice and your new setting, remember there's knowledge that's going to be coming to you, but that foundation that we created, you're going to build on it. Skills, we gave you skills, and you were the ones who engaged in acquiring those skills, more so than some others. So that's being bold. That's being someone who can say, I learned, I acquired skills, but now I'm entering a new phase in my life where I'm going to get more skills, more knowledge. But look at the third wheel. And if I were to remove that College of Nursing tab, you would see that they're all interconnected. Let's look at the attitude. Be bold in your attitude. That means you're going to be a team player and a team builder, but it also means that you're going to listen to the interprofessional team and you're going to listen to their ideas and not strike them. You're going to say, this is good, but let's see how we can make it better. This doesn't look like it's shaping up, but let me show you how I think we could do that. So knowledge, skills, and attitude, you have your foundation already, but you're going to be bold and you're going to build on those. Here is the be brave. Look at this photo. You're going to have to make that great leap from nursing school to practice. And let's read this little caption down here. It says, in theory, many assumptions are made to explain phenomena and concepts. Whereas in real life, and I put in parentheses the practice of nursing, there are no assumptions and conditions are always unique. The dichotomy of theory and practice will remain as these two forms to form the backbone of all learning. What does that mean? We've taught you science. We've taught you the basic foundations of what is pathology, what is pharmacology, what is physical assessment. We've taught you skills, but now you're going to take these skills and take them to practice. And sometimes they won't match, and that's okay. As long as patient safety is not compromised, as long as your moral soul is not compromised, we're willing to make some little adjustments. But here's the thing. You're going to take everything that we've taught you, and you're going to be able to say, I know the difference between right-sided failure and heart-sided failure. I know the difference between obstructive and restrictive pulmonary diseases. So I can make some assumptions. The practice side will probably say, let's not make assumptions, but you can make assumptions based on the scientific data that you've picked up in nursing school. Being the small elite group that you are, you're going to be able to take that foundational knowledge and create some of the unique ways of approaching patient care. You're going to be able to know that conditions change. Not every day is going to be similar to the last. but that's going to be where you acquire your knowledge, where you acquire your skills. And that is what we're saying today. Be bold, be brave, use your knowledge, and try and narrow that gap. A while back, there was a nurse theorist, Madeline Leidinger, who said that there was a bicultural approach to nursing because she was trying to address that gap that exists between nursing school and practice. But then it turned into a transcultural where we have to bring everything into nursing. So that's the other charge that Sigma is looking at you is you're going to get the stole, you're going to get the cords, and you're going to wear them, maybe to the next barbecue, who knows? But what we're saying is that stole is going to say to you, I need to stay engaged. I need to look at evidence, and I need to publish that evidence so that nurses can drive what's happening in practice. If you're not invited to the table to make changes, then elbow your way in with a chair and sit down and give your opinion. That is being bold. It doesn't mean that you're being aggressive. It means that you want to represent what you think is exemplary behaviors, not in crisis situation, not in calm situation, not in everyday situations, but in all situations. You want to say, this is what I think is the best practice, the best evidence. And again, that is the backbone to learning for you and whoever is around you. So, where did the stars go? They're still there. They are your friends, family, the school, and there's this one massive star that is behind this PowerPoint, and it's called Sigma. We've got your back. We are going to support your research. We're going to support your growth. We are going to support you whenever you need any kind of question answered. You've got your counselors. You know who your counselors are at Samuel Merritt. Reach out to them. They will be there to answer or just to have coffee. Where did the pink lines go? Remember, those were the stressors, the problems, the barriers. They will be there. They will show up in different forms. They will show up in different days, but your knowledge will get you through. Your bravery will get you through. You will be tested, and you will not be found wanting. Some nurses may look at you and say, I don't know about this one. Do not let that get into your head. Get out of your thoughts. Do not think those thoughts that I am a imposter, that I don't know. Get those thoughts out in the open and talk to a counselor from Sigma, and we'll reaffirm that you are part of the elite group that went through. So get your gear on. You are going to be tested. You've got this, and we've got you. That's me and my McDonald's belly sticking out, but look what's in my pocket. All the skills and knowledge that you have received in your university setting, and you're going to take that. See the other side of my body are keys. Those are keys to open up any door that you want to be opened. And if the door doesn't open, give us a call, and we'll try to open it with you. Thank you so much. Best wishes on your accomplishments and your future. And we hope to hear from you in your publications, volunteering to be officers in Sigma. But first, earn that first year under your belt and then get back to us. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Professor Cox. Let me share my screen here.
I need to get back to the floating thingy so I can stop sharing. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much, Professor Cox. Be bold, be brave. That is a wonderful charge, and I think something that not just students, not just faculty, but everybody should be a little bit more familiar with and take as part of their lifestyle and their goals. Thank you. All right. Moving on to the moment of the induction. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go through the cohorts that have been inducted, and those are from the RN to BSN, Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, Accelerated Bachelor of Science in Nursing, entry-level Master's in Nursing, both case management and family nurse practitioner tracks, Master of Science in Nursing, family nurse practitioner, and then Doctor of Nursing Practice from the Postmaster's Science in Nursing, family nurse practitioner, and certified registered nurse anesthetist. There are, as we go through with it, I'm going to call your names. I'm going to try to play some music in the background so it won't be so quiet on my end here as I call your name. So hopefully the music comes through to you guys. We do have just a few slides missing. I'm going to start out with the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and feel free to clap, feel free to wave your hands and celebrate. The counselor is Isadora Cafe, but we don't currently have the slides here. So what I want to do actually is, if there are inductees from the Bachelor of Science in Nursing group, if you could raise your hand, if you are now in the crowd, if you could raise your hand, and I will recognize you that way. Awesome. Thank you. I'm going to wait another minute here, or another 30 seconds here. Awesome. Well, welcome. I absolutely congratulate those inductees from the Bachelor of Science in Nursing. We have Sierra Guzman, Kieran Pinelli,
Do unto others as you would like them to do to you.
Alyssa Cantas,
Once you face your fear, nothing is ever as hard as you think.
and Rhea Ensign.
Even the smallest act of caring for another person is like a drop of water. It will make ripples throughout the pond. Alexandra Heinz. Panic plays no part in the training of a nurse.
Congratulations. And Dr. Twan, yeah.
Yes, and I'm introducing Jenna Edmondo. She's here with me in the office.
Awesome. I love it. Congratulations, Jenna. All right. Thank you. And it's my pleasure to go on to the graduate nursing cohort here. Let me lower my screen just a little bit here. All right. We're going to start off with Alicia Sorensi Ballard. And I want you to, I'm going to stay just for a few seconds on each one of the quotes because they're absolutely beautiful. I had the pleasure of reading them as the PowerPoints were coming in, and so thank you for putting them in. They're absolutely amazing. Amanda Aguilar. Congratulations. Belen Jimenez.
If you can, could you read the quote?
Oh, sure. So Belen Jimenez, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, by Eleanor Roosevelt.
Computer technology has been moving in a way that
Janelle Ordaz Gonzalez. Grant me courage to serve others, for in service there is true life. Cesar Chavez. Love it. Jeff Wilson. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Okay, so Joanne Lozano. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. Kathleen Andrada. The biggest wall you have to climb is the one you build in your mind. Never let your mind talk you out of your dreams, trick you into giving up. Never let your mind become the greatest obstacle to success. Roy T. Bennett. Lando. True compassion does not come from wanting to help out those less fortunate than ourselves, but from realizing our kinship with all beings. Pema Chidrone. Lawrence Mora. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing this for my kids. That's amazing. I absolutely love it. And wonderful picture. Linda Lee. Luzviminda Selga Hopney. I shall pass through this world but once. Any good, therefore, that I can do, or any kindness that I can show to any human being, let me do it now. Let me not defer it or neglect it, for I shall not pass this way again. That absolutely aligns with the mission of SMU. Melissa Perugino. Accept responsibility for your life. Know that it is you who will get you where you want to go, no one else. Les Brown. Monica Abesamis. The world gives you so much pain, and here you are making gold out of it. There is nothing purer than that. Rupi Kaur. Nia Marissa Makasea Chaplin. When the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Joseph Kennedy. Parveen Bajwa. Nursing is an art, and if it is to be made an art, it requires an exclusive devotion as hard a preparation as any painter's or sculptor's work. Florence Nightingale. That's beautiful. Ramanprit Sidhu. Wherever the art of medicine is loved, there is also a love of humanity. Hippocrates. Sophia Jihei Chang. It is not how much you do, but how much love you put into the doing. Mother Teresa. And there are a few individuals who were inducted but were not able to make it here or were not able to submit the PowerPoint, and so I want to just recognize them on this PowerPoint slide as well. Congratulations. And it's my pleasure to continue with the introduction for the Accelerated Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Counselors is Dr. Nandine Pruitt, and Professor Isadora Cafe. Shannon DeLong. To be without doubt. Raymond Ash. That's a personal quote. I love it. I am thrilled and honored to join New Sci at large. Very grateful for the opportunity to learn, grow, and make a positive impact. Thank you for the privilege of induction. Thank you, Raymond Ash. Fiona Castleton. You treat a disease, you win. You lose, you treat a person. I guarantee you'll win, no matter what the outcome. Beautiful. Robin Williams. Zhao Zhang, Irene. You cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude towards what happens to you. And in that way, you will be mastering change rather than allowing it to master you. Brian Tracy. Right, and then the Accelerated Bachelors of Nursing and Science from the Oakland campus. Nicolette Hagen. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Eleanor Roosevelt. Glenn Gillen. I had a wonderful time, but this wasn't it. Groucho Marx.
Dana Juarez Rios. Smile, breathe, and go slowly.
Maria Pelagarius. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. Socrates. That's true for all of us. Tova Corman. Save one life, you're a hero. Save 100 lives, you're a nurse. Amy Lee, all your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. Catherine Morris, patient-centered care is not a route to the point. It is the point. Dr. Donald Berwick. Marissa Mulkey. What is past is prologue. Shakespeare.
The computer technology has been moving
New
in a way that nothing else
Nugu,
has
and I
ever
apologize if I
known.
mispronounced that. I'm not going to attempt to read the first quote, but if you put in the work to sharpen the steel, it will eventually turn into needles. Vietnamese proverb. Gretchen Emily Roderick. Hardships often prepare people for an extraordinary destiny. C.S. Lewis. Heather Silvers. Do the right thing. It will gratify some people and astonish the rest. Mark Twain. All right. Congratulations, everybody, from the ABSN Bachelor's and Graduate Nursing. Welcome to Nu Psi Sigma. But before the official welcome, we do have the pledge that you must recite. And I'm going to pass it on to Dr. Elizabeth Simpson-Twan. Let me pause my music. Give me a second. There you go. All right. So turn on your cameras, but do leave your audio off. But do please repeat it to yourselves. All right, Dr. Simpson-Twan.
Thank you, and congratulations to everyone. I'm going to go ahead and read the induction pledge, and please follow along. I accept membership in Sigma Theta Tau International, and I pledge to fulfill its commitment to nursing excellence, knowledge, service, and leadership throughout my career. Yay!
Yay, congratulations.
Congratulations.
For those that didn't repeat it just now, you'll get an email saying that you will have to do it on camera and send us a
Yes,
video,
yes.
and it's going to be graded. Congratulations. Let me move on here. All right. Congratulations, everybody. Welcome to Sigma Nu Psi. And I'm going to pass it on for Professor Cox to give a few final words here.
So, welcome, members. I am the Vice President for Sigma Nu Psi, the Samuel Merritt representative. And today's special, we wish we could have had it on campus, but some of you were a little bit distanced, and we didn't want to miss even one person if we could do it on Zoom. So this is why it's on Zoom. The other thing is, maybe the spring one will be on campus, and then we invite you as new members to come celebrate with the new inductees in January, or the spring induction. The call was for us to be bold, and this is an organizational vision from Sigma. Next slide. How are you bold? Through economics. You are going to be an influence in how budgets are created, how research funds are created, how conferences are funded, because you will have a voice that is very much recognized. And don't ever forget the power of your voice with Sigma. The economic side of it is this: if we don't have patients, we don't have money. But if we don't make the patients well, it doesn't matter how much money we have. So that's one thing to keep in mind. The other is this: we're moving to technology. Right now, we want positive technology, positive media, which means we're going to be using these technologies for healthcare. We want to be able to say the media that we are using right now, whether it's Facebook to interact with our patients, whether it's an app to interact with our patients, it's all for a positive movement. The other thing about technology is nurses are developing technology. Put your name to it, put a patent on it, and become rich, but make it something that will move nursing forward. And you've got the knowledge to do that. You're going to be in the bedside. You're going to be looking at patients, and you're going to say, this is how I think this could be better. So make technology one of your skills that you're going to acquire and say, this can be better, and then we'll support you with any research that you need to do for that. Next slide. Conservation. We're dedicated to the idea that the pandemic taught us some massive lessons. The inequity in healthcare, the resources that can run out quickly, the funding that it has to be generated quickly to react. And now we're in the post-COVID era. And now we still have to look at conservation. Look around you and see, what is it that would improve this planet? What is it that would improve this profession? What is it that would improve the evidence to care for patients? That is conservation, because we're not using resources freely and willfully. We're using them well. And that is going to be part of the job that you're going to have, is to look at how these resources that we have, which are quickly becoming limited in scope, can be used well. Next slide. So on behalf of the board of New Psi at Large Chapter, we declare the end of the virtual induction ceremony. And the chat just came up and I can't see the end of this. December 14th, 2023. Congratulations. And you guys are amazing. And next time you see us in any venue, whether it's the hospital, the mall, Starbucks, yes, say hi, and we will reach out and, stay connected. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, everybody. Go out and celebrate. The weekend's coming up. Do something fun for yourself.